Good afternoon to those who listen. It is August 3rd, 2018, 4:53 p.m. and 4:54 p.m. and I knew it was going to switch over. I got possible little good news maybe, but the good news might not be good news. It could be bad news, and I have lots of other bad news. And I just wanted to share it so, I can also ask for prayers for the situations. It's not just me, it's my sister and my mom is going through some things. First off, I went to my apartment and I paid the rent, even though I'm not there. And I asked them if they had any updates on the cleaning, if they could clean the apartment. And she says, yes, they cleaned the apartment. They went in and cleaned it. Everything's good to go. You can go back. I was like, oh, thank God. And I said, thank you so much. And I went over to the apartment and looked at the unit, and it looks exactly the same as it did before. It didn't look like they did anything whatsoever. So they said they cleaned it, but believe me, I will know. When I left the hospital yesterday morning, up until now, I've been able to breathe almost perfectly. I mean, not perfectly, but pretty good. Really good breathing. And, I still feel sick. I still feel worn out and tired, but my breathing's been pretty good. So, and every time I left the apartment, no matter where I was going, I always felt better within 15 minutes after I left, no matter where I was going. And, I didn't have the air conditioner on for a few days to try to prevent having an attack. But every time I've turned the air on, I mean, not today, but, the days before, every time I turned the air on, I would literally start not being able to breathe within 5 to 10 minutes. And then after that, once I started not being able to breathe, it was like no matter what I did, the asthma spray, the nebulizer, it wasn't working. And then, I ran out of the prednisone from the last week, and that's when I started getting worse again. So I'm guessing that the steroids helped when I was, helped enough where I could at least live there, even though I was still having breathing problems and had to use the nebulizer all the time. At least I could breathe a little bit. But now, since that happened, that when I started the air again, and it was weird too because my kids were over, and I turned on the air for 5 minutes and then turned it off, and from that time all the way through the morning. So let's see, I don't know, it was like 10 at night. So it was probably about 10 hours. For 10 hours I couldn't breathe, and then I had to go to the emergency room. So I don't know. We'll see with that. But things are not going good here. My sister is stressed out and needs a lot of prayers. My mom went to the motel, and I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but she was drinking and passed out, and someone stole her credit card and racked up $600 worth of whatever. I mean, they just went crazy. They went and filled up, I guess, with gas, or so they went to a gas station. They withdrew $400 worth of cash. It looks like they bought some liquor and got a month's worth of cell service. And one of the charges was even in California, one was in Illinois. But, I'm on the border of Illinois, so they went to Rock Island. So now we're trying to cancel her card, and we're trying to get my mom help. So please pray for help for my mom. We've been through detox so many times over the years, and she just keeps going right back to drinking. So we're going to try to get power of attorney so we can control our money, and then we're probably going to have to put her in a assisted living or nursing home. She needs help, and she doesn't even remember, most of the stuff that happened. And I don't want to get into too much details, but there was a lot of things that the clerk said that she did that they got on camera, and people were complaining, and they kicked her out. If I wouldn't have got her, they were going to call the cops and have her thrown out. So it's a bad situation. and she needs lots of prayers. My sister needs lots of prayers. I need lots of prayers, and I usually don't like asking for prayers too much, but it's been a lot of asking lately, and I really appreciate everybody's prayers and well wishes. And there was a lot of stuff with that too. I mean, in the last 4 days, she spent $900, and she was in the motel 8 days before these 4 days. So in the last 30 days, she's been in the motel 12 of those days, and just spent over, God, I don't even know how much. I'm guessing probably $1,500 at least, and it's just ridiculous when she could be here, staying at my sister's house and helping us out. And that's what we keep telling her. Why won't you help us out? You're helping complete strangers that you don't even know by booze and drugs, just so they can have a good time for one night, and we could be paying the bills. I've had so much problems with bills lately. I've had to put so much out-of-pocket money. My savings is gone. I'm almost to the point where I'm not going to be able to pay bills next month. I think I'm good through August, but then, and I've missed 3 weeks of work at Papa John's, and now I'm missing tonight from the karaoke. I think I'm going to be good enough. At least, if it was, and I don't know, but it depends on my apartment. But if the way things are going now, yes, I feel good enough where I can go, unless I get worse again at the apartment, and I pray that that doesn't happen. So there's another prayer for you. Please pray that my apartment is clean and I don't have any more breathing problems, because I don't feel like dying, and I don't feel like going through a bunch of sickness, missing so much work, and losing all my money. So, and I don't want to ask people for money, so I ask people for prayers. So that's all I ask for. I don't want to ask people for money, so I just ask people to pray, and that's free. It just takes a little bit of your time. Just ask Jesus for a little help for me and my family, and I will always do the same in return. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. God bless.